As Scott said, I am in my 20th year. Took over for Bob Winter 20 years ago. And, I think it's often said if you coach long enough, you'll see just about everything. And I think that would be true. We have seen a little bit of everything through the years, and we're seeing kind of a whole lot of stuff this year. A year ago, we graduated 8 seniors that had made it to the state tournament, had 2 ESD runner-up finishes. We finished up second to Watertown 2 years ago, and Mitchell finished second to Mitchell a year ago. A couple teams there that had a lot of experience. Chloe Korneman has moved on and is getting considerable amount of minutes at South Dakota State, and Emily Fetters is at Dakota State playing basketball. Jen Grandplatten is playing soccer up at Mount Marty. So we had a number of kids. Courtney True has gone on to Wayne State to play some soccer. So we had some pretty good athletes, and they had a nice run. And we knew once they graduated that we were going to be a young, inexperienced team. And boy, has that come to fruition. We are all of that. We are taking baby steps. My coaches, Amy Long, been with us 16, 17 years now. Heather Olson is former Heather Nelson, played for us. She's our sophomore coach. And then Rob McClemens, who went to Mount Marty, baseball player, has coached some summer baseball. He's in our special ed department, and he's taken over our freshman program. Those people have been so valuable to us, especially early in the year. At the varsity level, we're carrying 18 kids. We have 6 seniors out and 10 juniors. We have 1 sophomore playing with us and then 1 freshman. Becky Frick is the freshman player who's playing for us. And if there's ever been a case where a kid's been thrown into the fire, it's probably her. We've got some injuries we're trying to work through and get players back. That's been a very slow process getting kids back. It's hurt us. There's no doubt we're not the same team without the players that are hurt that we will be if and when they all get back. So we're kind of hanging on that to see when they'll get back. But I keep using the term, we're a work in progress. My 3 assistant coaches after our game last night, if you're not familiar with our score, we got beat last night 59-22. We are a strange team. We went to Watertown a week ago, got up 7-4. We're ahead 7-6 at the end of the first quarter, and Watertown threw in a shot at the buzzer at halftime to go ahead 12-7. Now, we're not exactly keeping people on the edge of their seats from an offensive standpoint. If you enjoy rebounding, come watch us play, because right now we're struggling to put the ball in the basket. We really are. We went 14 minutes at Watertown without scoring, and we got behind 20-7. Now, if you coached or you've been around basketball or any sport, if you're having trouble scoring, any lead looks like a mountain. And when we're down 20-7 and we've gone 13 minutes and not scored, now it should be pointed out we had plenty of shots. It wasn't like we didn't get shots. We just didn't make them. 20-7 looks like Mount Everest. And then we score 13 in a row in the next 4 minutes. Now, how that happens, I'm not sure. I don't have an answer. Now, last night, same thing. I think Morgan Tessier hit a shot at basically the buzzer to put us down 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. And the next time I look up, we're down 17-14. So we have stretches where we can play decent. They're not very long. They're kind of short and sweet, but we're getting there. And that's why we keep saying we're a work in progress. Sometimes I feel like the Dutch kid with his finger in the dike, and you plug one hole and you look around and we're leaking all over the place.
My assistant coaches said to me last night, and that's where I started with this, they said, you did more coaching in a 37-point loss than I've ever seen you do. And I guess watching the film, it's probably true. We're at a point right now where we're kind of coaching every pass or every cut. It's we have young kids. I know I said we have 6 seniors, but we're really only putting one kid out on the floor that had, coming into the season, had any extensive varsity experience, and that would be Kelsey Fitzgerald. Michaela Hoare is our other senior who has not put the uniform on yet. She's been injured. She has a knee issue, and so Fitz, and even as a post player, it's very difficult to kind of lead a team from the post. That's not an easy position to lead a team. So right now, you feel kind of bad for her. If you watch us play, if you were up in Watertown, I told Kelsey Fitzgerald's mom that she's going to have some extra laundry to do because, Kelsey's wearing her jersey and 3 Watertown jerseys. They are just packed in on her and making it as difficult as they can for us to even get her the ball. And they're daring us to shoot the ball from the perimeter. Last night, if you were at the game, we had plenty of wide open shots. It's just kind of ironic. Right before I came here, I was talking to Chris Haynes, the new boys coach, and they're having trouble scoring the ball as well. And Chris said to me, I just wonder. I don't want to give away his thunder because he's coming here next week, but he said, after last night's game, I'm really wondering and questioning if we're doing the right stuff. And of course, my advice to him after so many years is, you're doing the right stuff. Don't question what you're doing. Your kids and you just have to do it better. And that's really where we're at. I think it's real easy when you're struggling like we are right now to say, are we doing the right things? But when you watch the tape, when we do things the right way, we get the shots we want. We get the ball in the hands of the people that should have it. It's just a matter of making plays. But again, we are definitely a work in progress. We are 0-3. And again, sometimes it's kind of hard to watch us because the ball doesn't go in the basket. So we are clearly going to be an acquired taste this year if you come and watch us. But we're getting better. I know when you get beat 59-22, you might say, well, how could you possibly be getting better? But from where we were 3.5 weeks ago when we started to now, we have made drastic improvements, trust me. And I know in January we'll be a lot better than we are now.